stability. I'm trying to cover roll and pitch and yaw and failure control. So this is the so I guess you are not familiar with this terminology, right? Only roll can be familiar. Right? The others are very strange, right? Pitch is a little bit, but this is very historical terminology, unique terminology. So if you memorize this one, learn what is this, you can use to many situations. Because it's a unique name to 6 degree of freedom, right? The airplane, they use this same terminology in airplane. 6 degree of motion. So it's it will be good to memorize this terminology, even though it is very unique and strange. And roll motions, usually the wave forces in beam C means waves coming from the side, right? Sidewise beam, or wave, sidewise wave. The ship is here, waves coming in this way, right? Then it is rolling. And cargo shifting, we learned that in several cases, cargo is shifted, and that helps to capsize the ship. And rudder hard over, right? This is also, many people are saying this is a one cause, right? Because of the untrained operator something, right? But nowadays, there is another news that the rudder itself has a problem, mechanical problem. But my belief is that stability was the main key. Anyway, this is a long story. I will not discuss it. Not good aspect is capsize, right? Big roll motion, and then synchronize with the wave period, natural frequency, and motion induced inertial forces, acceleration, and seasickness. The roll is the most important point, motion that gives you seasickness. How do you treat this roll down? The GM, and also this is a modest value, as I said before. Too low is unstable, too high is too high speed or acceleration. Modest value is, and roll stabilizer. This is another device. So there is many different types of roll stabilization: bridge keel, stabilizer pin, anti-rolling tanks, and rudder roll stabilization. And several also has this kind of device there. Also including bridge keel. Bridge keel is that is small ships. Every small ship has such a pin, an additional small attached fixed one, not moving, right? Like this one. So when it is rolling, it is resistance. Right? So it is approximately perpendicular to the hull, near the turn of the bilge. Typically, the lengthwise, this is 30% of the. So added mass again, and damping, right? Against roll motion. Fin stabilizer is active fin. There is a device, there is a machinery here to control the size and angle. So it can give you dynamic forces to reduce rolling. Right? So you need to have a synchronizing somehow. Right? And anti-rolling tanks. This is the internal water tank I showed you in the stability. There is a reverse phase, then that reduce down. the roll motion. If the water is going in reverse way. So next class somewhere in Eureka building there is an anti-rolling tank model. So we will see how it operates. So we can have a classroom at Eureka building one time and we'll see it. And there is also active and passive ones. So anyway, this is when the phase of the water moving is different way, reverse way. And rudder or stabilizer. Right? This is the case. But it can be good, better, or it can be worse. Right? So several cases, and many people are saying it was a worse operation. Right? A personal or mechanical problems. But in another way, so especially in yacht racing, yacht is very big healing in operation because of the wind is the main power of moving, right? So that you need a big sail and big force, wind force, so that it is moving in this way, running in this way, right? So the rudder operation is important for maneuvering and also the stability. Comparison of building keel, stabilizer fin, anti-rolling tank, and other things. I'm not explaining it. Advantages and disadvantages. Other ideas, gyroscope, and some special devices. They are all patent. The problem is the size should be big because the ship is big, right? The smartphone has vibration, right? That is unbalanced weight is rotating, right? Unbalanced weight is rotating. Same idea as this one. But unbalanced weight should be tons, 10 tons, right? 100 tons. So it's not easy. But it can be used, right? Idea is working. The physics is working, but realization is not easy. Dynamic stability in roll. So you need to have a calculation of acceleration in angular. You see, roll is angular motion, right? Acceleration, velocity, angular velocity, and then position, right? Angular position. And also you see that GM, right? Gravity, acceleration, mass. What is this? This is a damping coefficient, something. Right? And this is a moment of inertia, and then this is different one. Two terms. This is and some of the angular. What was that? P angular velocity of some axis, right? Different axis, not this axis, right? The other axis. K was mass, momentum inertia or mass? In your table, right? In your table. Anyway, this is a multiplication and then derivative. So the equation itself is very complicated. Each term is very complicated one. Right? Calculation, real calculation of this each term. It's very complex one. But there is a way. And pitch motion, rolling, pitching, cause mostly wave forces. Ice breaking motion for icebreaker. Icebreaker is going up or above the ice, and then by the weight of the ship, ice is breaking. Right? Icebreaker is working in this way. The ice is say 1 meter thick, right? And propelling above the ice, goes up above the ice, then the ship is too heavy, right? So it breaks up. That is the idea. So it goes in this way, right? So pitching. Not good is seawater on the deck, right? Seawater on the deck, because pitching in this way. What wave is coming and pitching in this way, then water is over the deck. Structural damage due to the slamming. Slamming is wave is pitching in this way. Right? This is pitching in this way, pitching somehow, right? Water is there. So that this part of the plate is damaged. And propeller racing means propeller is above the water. Propeller is above the water. Then what? It goes faster. Right? No resistance. Faster. And then slower. Faster and slower. Right? So it's damaged the gearbox and engine itself. Motion induced inertial force. How can you cure the speed course rate change? Because it is coming from the head, we call this head seat. We call it a beam seat, right? This head seat. Wave is coming in this way. So we can change, right? In this way or in this way. Load distribution. So change the weight position or center of position or change. Oh, video. So slamming in motion. The container ship, right? The height of the top of the container is very high above the water because it is captured from the captain's house, pilot house. The quality is not good. But if you see from the side, then you can see this. Anyway, you see that water and slamming. Water is all over the deck. You can find more. Okay. Dynamic stability, there is also calculation, equation of motion. Very similar to the previous one. The axis is different, but and also the not km here, not q here, and this is a longitudinal not transverse gm. Right? Very similar shape, but the real contents is much different. And yaw motion, yaw is in this way. Yaw is in this way. Because, once again, the wave forces. The other one is vessel towing. Towing means tugboat is towing using a rope towing, and then the towed vessel is moving in this way. When it is coming, in this way. And towing a ship from a vessel using line, right? When it is pulling in this way, then the ship is coming in this way. Yawing as yaw. So course deviation and broaching, and how can you trim by stun? Stun means propeller side, right? Propeller side, stun, trim by stun, reduce yaw, and rudder steering in reverse way, right? And there is an NTO scale also. This is a NTO scale shape plate in this. Gives you more straight way. Right? If you have a more straight plate along the ship, then it helps to keep straight line. Okay. And broaching means sometimes coming with the sailing ships, it goes collapsing of the sail because of the big wind hitting. Of course. So because of the yaw, it can be broach. Because of the sailor should control the angle of the wind, right, to maximize the speed and also minimize the capsizing, right? So it's a very, you need a skill, right? But sometimes the yaw gives you a different angle, unexpected angle, so it can be broach. And stability, once again unstable. Stability goes into three different categories. Straight line stability, when it is somehow disturbance gives you, then it keeps right? Keeps straight. Directional stability, if some disturbance is experienced by wind, or it can be a wave or other thing, but it goes return back to the original direction. Right? It can be an autopilot. Autopilot gives you return back. Right? You drive car, you make small operations, right? Because there are small disturbances coming from the outside, wind or small stones, or so that you drive in this way. Right? Your bicycle also too, right? Bicycle, small angles of operation to keep direction, right? So that is autopilot. Position stability, return back to your original way. There is another one level step up of control. Right? So you return back to here, right? Return back to here, and then go straight. So stability and maneuverability. Right. So when you drive your bicycle without hand, can you drive in this way? Without hand? So that gives you straight line, right? But sometimes the circusman make a turn without hand, right? Right. Somehow moving his body, right? Body, because of weight change, right? In this case, what is good to keeping straight or change direction? Which one is better for the bicycle? There is a pros and cons. Some bicycles is easier to keep straight. Some bicycle